Hello, Aquarius. Welcome to your You versus Them reading. So I'll be looking at the energies of you and the energies of the person that you're dealing with. And this could be somebody already in your life, somebody that you're separated from, or somebody new coming into your life. And then we'll take a look at the connection. Since it's a general reading, you of course can switch roles. So if you're resonating more with the other, person, then you can definitely, switch roles. So the energy of you is carrying connections. So this really is speaking that this could be, a connection already in your life or a connection that you're hoping to have happen. And that you're a very caring person, very nurturing, very loving. And if this, if you're, well, we'll see what you have over here. But if this is your person, definitely very intimate, very affectionate. First chakra, Archangel Michael. So this means that, your person is definitely looking for strong foundations. This is, your root chakra, strong foundations in love. They may be either healing that right now, or they could have a strong foundation, with love relationships. It's something that is really important to them. Okay, so now we're going to take a look at the characteristics of you and the characteristics of your person. And I'll have to say right off the bat, these two go together so well. Like if you know this person, we'll get some more cards, but it seems like there is, that this could be a connection that really works. Okay, so you have claw, and, with your caring connections, you may have felt like you've had to claw your way to the top or claw your way in love. You may have been wanting this caring connection, but you feel like, you just haven't had it. It hasn't come into your life. You also have cave. So this really talks about, you may have been single for a very long time. You may have been, kind of felt isolated. You may have been trying to heal from a past connection. And, this caring connection means that that's something that you're wanting. You may be even trying to manifest. You're ready. Oh, look at this. This is a bear claw, right? And the cave, and bears hibernate in a cave. So you may have been hibernating for a while, keeping yourself hidden. It's kind of hard to get out there right now with everything going on in the world, but, you may be ready to come out of the cave. And circus. So this is kind of, circus to me as a reader kind of points to, things are kind of hidden in the big tent, right? Like you have to pay to go in. And then when you go in, it's like a world of fantasy. And you in the past may have had a fantasy image of love. Like you may have thought that, this was just a fantasy, or you may have had like unrealistic expectations about love. But while you've been, hibernating, you've kind of really thought that. And you kind of, especially with the moon and the stars there, I'm kind of getting the idea that maybe you've had a spiritual awakening, and you see what a caring connection is really about. You may have thought in the past that a caring connection was more of a physical connection, and now you're understanding that it needs to be more grounded in a strong foundation of friendship, companionship, compromise, compassion. And this person, I have a feeling this is somebody new that's coming into your life, and they have that strong foundation and are going to help you to maybe, raise your awareness, raise your vibration around love and making them more caring rather than more physical. Now, remember, you can switch roles if you're not resonating with that. Okay, so Meadow. Oh my goodness. To me, Meadow is just happy. It's full of flowers and butterflies and sunshine and skipping. I got the image of skipping through a meadow. Just joy, pure joy. This person has a lot of joy. And I think when they come into your life, they're going to be bringing you this joy. Like, you're going to be saying, hey, I just didn't think that this was possible. We're skipping through a meadow, like that's what I dreamt about. Oh, so interesting. Okay, Thief, I think they're going to steal your heart. I don't see this as a bad thing. I think they are going to steal your heart. Like, when they come in, you're just going to be so surprised. I think you're going to be surprised. Like, you may not be wanting to come out of the cave. You may want to stay hibernating, and then you're going to connect with this person, and they're just going to steal your heart right off the bat. Okay, Rock. To me, this symbolizes that they are solid, and especially with this root chakra, like I think that they are just a very solid, grounded person, because your root chakra is, the base of everything. It's got to be very strong for all of your other chakras to be in line. And I think that they are. I think they're just a solid person. I'm going to come back to either you or the other person. Really, your love connections were always based like on physical attraction. And I think that what you are changing or transforming about your thinking about love is that it's got to be based on something real, right? It's got to have a strong foundation. It's got to have joy. It's got to have passion. But it's also got to have strong foundations of friendship and love. Okay, let's look at the tarot. So I'm going to pull one card for your energy right now and your obstacle, and then one card for their energy and their obstacle. So your energy, you have the Two of Wands. You may have a decision between two people. You may be strategizing here, but I also think that, this person is kind of like looking at this one, but holding on to this one. And I think, you're holding on to maybe an old belief system about love or relationships, but you're opening your mind to thinking that relationships are more worldly, more spiritual, more, deeper. You may be opening your heart chakra and you're stepping towards this. I think it's very interesting, but still holding on to this old belief system. But this is definitely like a spiritual awakening or consciousness about how you want to change your relationships in the future, going forward. You're strategizing, you're really thinking, and you may still be in that hibernation type of energy, just still kind of toying with the idea of changing your belief system, but still clinging to it because it's what you know. But I have a feeling you'll be changing that very quickly. Your obstacle is the Eight of Swords. Yeah, so this is kind of like, self-imposed fear. Building barriers around your heart, not wanting to allow love to come in. And that's why I think you're in that hermit mode or hibernation mode. You're really trying to figure things out. But what you need to realize is that you can take the blindfold off. You can walk away from these swords. You have the power to do that. And I think this new connection coming in is going to help you. They're going to be solid and they're going to show you what real love is really about. What a true caring connection is really about. That's not what you had in the past. This is not a past love. This is somebody new coming in on your path. Okay, they're in the Seven of Swords. They may be denying their love or their need for love. They could be in that kind of mode. That's definitely, you know, it can be a self-denial type of situation. And Six of Cups. Okay, I said it wasn't somebody from the past. But it could be. It could be, because with the Seven of Swords, this is kind of like holding back their love, holding back their feelings. And, you know, this is the reconciliation card. Like, they're thinking about it, but they're not taking the action. Like, they're holding back how they really feel about you. Okay, that might resonate with some of you and maybe not with others. All right, so now let's take a look at your connection. So we're going to pull a card for the energy of your connection. Let's see what is going on in the connection itself. The Temple Path. Okay, so this really talks about that this is part of your spiritual journey for both of you. This is something that is on your path. And so it's divinely guided. You definitely have the spirit realm working with you. And whatever, like, I really don't think you're together at this moment. You may know who this person is. It may be somebody that you've been involved with. But I don't think that you're really together right now. But you definitely are going to be on the same path very shortly. So let's look at some tarot for your connection. Let's see what we have here. So you have the Ace of Fire. Okay, so this is, you know, somebody offering passion to the other person. This is definitely a burst of, you know, passion and true romance. Very nice. King of Fire. And I think that this is possibly the person that you're dealing with, right? They are going to, and you know, I really think that this is this person. I think they're going to come in and offer their passionate plea about either reconciling or just, you know, getting together. This could be, you know, hey, you know, a first date, right? That type of energy. Very passionate. It would be a very playful with that Meadow card. They're really going to sweep you off your feet and, you know, steal your heart at the very first moment. But you may be kind of like, well, I don't know. You know, I'm still working with my belief systems around connections and love. And then you have the Six of Earth. Very nice energy. So what you have here is you have your King of Fire. He's going to come in, and he's the one that's really passionate and very affectionate, very charming, very active, wants to, you know, go and do. And he's bringing in his Ace of Fire, you know, his Ace of Wands. He's bringing in, he's bringing in his offer of, let's go do this. And the connection itself is going to be very balanced. I think that in the past, whether this is a new connection or an old connection, you just didn't have very balanced relationships. They were just based on one thing. But this one may kind of start off very fiery, and you may be kind of concerned, like, is this just like all of the other connections I've had? Is it just based on physical, affection, intimacy, that type of thing? Or is there more to it? But Spirit's saying it's going to be balanced. And if it's the same person coming back, I think that they're going to bring a more balanced attitude to the connection. Okay, let's look at some advice from Spirit. We'll look at kind of your energies and their energies and the connection's energies. So you have, fifth dimension, intuitive communication. You're connected at the soul level. You may already know that. And, I think it's kind of interesting how, these two cards show that same kind of caring and love. And you may be dreaming about this person in, the dream world. You may be meeting with them in the dream world, especially if you're not connected. You're separated, I should say. If you're separated at the moment, you may be trying to work things out in the dream world. If this is someone new coming in, then you are actually already meeting in the dream world before they actually enter your physical life. And that really speaks also to the temple path, right? That it's a spiritual connection. So you are definitely, connected in the 5D realm at some level. So for them, crossroads, divergent paths, choices, confusion, follow your intuition. And, I kind of get that with the 7 of Swords. Like, I think something happened and they're kind of at a crossroads. They may have to come back and tell you some truth, and make the choice to be honest with you about something that, something that's happened maybe in your connection, or something that's happened with them. I'm also getting some fear, like they're at a crossroads, like they have to take action on this connection in some way. And there's, some type of an obstacle with that. Okay. Outcome, results, conclusion, ending. You will get a resolution. So if you are, separating from this person right now, they're going to come back. I really have this feeling that they're going to come back and give you, this Ace of Wands, this information, this offer of, starting new. And I think when they come back, it really is, there's going to be some kind of resolution. They're going to tell you maybe the truth about something that will help to bring your connection together again. Remember, you always have free will. So, if it's been a situation where, there was betrayal or something, because you do have the 7 of Swords here. So if they walked away, that's kind of like the walking away, turning their back, taking their swords and going away. If they did that, I think they're going to come back and explain why. And if you don't like their explanation, then, this just isn't the connection for you, right? But if it makes sense to you, then, he or she could be your king of fire, passionate. Okay, codependency. Addictions are affecting your romantic life. So I do kind of feel like maybe, especially if you've been with this person before, you had some codependent, a codependent relationship. And that's, kind of going back to this 7 of Swords. And that could be why you've been hibernating, right? So when you come back together, if they come back with an offer, what you need to do is make sure that you're setting up good boundaries for your relationship as you go forward. And give your relationship a chance. Work on your partnership. So I think, Spirit's trying to let you know that this isn't something to totally let go, to kind of work on it. And, sometimes the truth is that we need to close out that cycle. We need to end the relationship. They may have kind of like left in the middle of the night kind of energy. And you may just need to get the answers to your questions so that you can leave this connection and go to something new. And deception. Someone is wearing a false self mask in this relationship. I have a feeling it is this person. They're not completely telling you the truth about everything, because, like a thief wears a mask. You have this, running away in the middle of the night. But I also have the sense that this deception may not be something, kind of like bad, but really just kind of hiding how they truly feel. And they may have had to work on their foundations, on their root chakra. They may have had to do some of that healing in order to come back into this connection and bring, their best self. Okay, so let's pull a romance angel card and see if we can get some information about timing when this connection will happen. Communicate clearly, and that goes back to your codependency. It's like when you connect with this person, to make sure that you're communicating your feelings and your beliefs about love very clearly. Like not hiding at all, especially with that deception card, making sure that neither one of you are hiding your true feelings. And it's going to happen if you believe. And so I think that really it's kind of up to you. You're probably still hibernating about this. But I definitely am getting the message from Spirit that when this person comes back, unless this was, a very abusive relationship or something, that you do need to, give them a chance. And it doesn't mean that you have to go back into the relationship, but you definitely need to hear them out. If for no other reason, so you can close out this relationship and allow new to come in. But when you have that conversation, you may learn some new information, especially with the Ace of Wands, right? You may learn something new about them that they were hiding, and it could be just like a childhood trauma or a wound from the past. They may not have acted the way that they really wanted to act because they were trying to hide pain from the past. Okay, let's get a message from your person. I'm crushing on you. Okay. I think they are. I think they're thinking about you. I think this person is, a very passionate, very affectionate type of person. And I think that they think about you. And you have the fifth dimension. I think they're even dreaming about you. You may be dreaming about them. You consume my thoughts day and night. Yes, I definitely think that they really are thinking about you. And I think that they're having to really take off the mask so that they can come and talk to you. And you help me believe in love again. So, wow, I love this because I think it's really speaking to the fact that I think whatever deceptions they may have had in the past, because you had the Seven of Swords and you had the Thief card, right? And we had the Mask card. I think they were just masking pain from, childhood or another relationship. They hadn't totally healed. And because it's the root chakra, I really think it's a very old wound. I don't think it's a wound from your relationship. It's very old. And it could even be from a past life, or it could be from childhood. It's an old wound that they've had to go back and work on. And in that, they really believed in love again. And before, they may have confused love and physical, attraction, sexual energy. They may have just had it mixed up. They thought, that sexual energy meant love. And now they really understand what love truly is. Lovely reading, because I do think that both of you are transforming, and because of this temple path, it's definitely something spiritually guided. Okay, so let's pull a love oracle and get another message from Spirit, and then we'll pull an angel card. Pull one more. Oh, wow. Okay. Sacred union, honor and treasure a relationship, for it is truly sacred. And, you have the temple path. It is a sacred relationship. It's a sacred path that the two of you are on. And it's really talking about, honoring that path. And even if you decide not to be with this person, because you do have free will, if you're not going to be with them, to, close this cycle out completely. Have those conversations, because you need to appreciate and honor this path before you can bring new in. So if you're saying, I don't want this anymore, I think you still have to have that one last conversation. You need to have compassion. You need to have compassion. There's hurt on both sides. There's definitely pain on both sides. Okay, one last angel message. And if you have enjoyed this reading, Aquarius, I'd love for you to like this video and maybe subscribe to my channel. Okay, one popped out. Patience. Patience is required at the moment. You may feel that things are not moving as fast as you would like, yet there is a lot going on energetically. The current situation causing concern is evolving positively. Let go and have patience. You will eventually realize that this whole event was in fact a blessing. All is perfect as it is. Trust, you are eternally loved and guided. And, with this Archangel Michael card, I think Archangel Michael really is working behind the scenes to heal both of you, but I think especially this person on this side, right? And it's going to just take time and patience on your part. And in the meantime, if you want to come out of hibernation and, date other people or look at other connections, that's fine. But that this is just something that is, this whole thing was a blessing. And you just don't realize it right now. But it was definitely on your path. And this person was definitely on your path. And if your connection does not come back together, just remember that even that is so that something better can come into your life. You're going to learn a lesson from this and move on to somebody, that does really bring you this caring connection, true love. Oh, I hope that this situation works out for you. And I wish you lots of love and light, hope and joy. I'll see you next time, Aquarius. Bye for now.